on in, come on in. I am OC, your hostess with the mostest. I am joining in tonight to give my thoughts and opinions about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, the last episode, maybe the last of this franchise if they don't reboot it. And I thought that last dinner they had that they called the Last Supper was absolutely marvelous because that's exactly it was fitting. That's exactly how it felt like it was the Last Supper. This group is so fractured and broken and toxic that I don't think that there's any way that they could repair this. Jesus himself has to come down and fix this. Fix it, Jesus. That's all I have to say on that. Now, I guess we're picking up from where Teresa had that little powwow at her place to let everyone know how dirty Marge is and how Marge has been trying to bring down her family and ruin her marriage to Louie. But I have to tell you, I laughed so hard when that delivery person showed up at Teresa's door and handed her that giant funeral arrangement.
Oh, she's so disgusting. It's from Marge. No, I don't want it.
I laughed so hard. It's not even funny. Okay? That was chef's kiss. Icing on the damn cake. Okay? I thought it was hilarious. You're going to have a meeting without me and you're going to sit there and spill your guts to everyone and tell them how horrible I am and have your lawyer join in to do that. And you don't think without me being there to defend myself, you don't think that I'm going to have a rebuttal? Perfect rebuttal. Loved every second of it. Okay? Now, right after that, Dolores left, went over, called Marge, went over. Marge is having a sit down with Jen Fessler. Um, Dolores and Marge was discussing what happened at Marge's house last year when Marge invited the cast for a reunion review, as she calls it. And Dolores and Marge got into a huge blow up because Marge said that Dolores was invited.
This is all I would never hold a summit, a burn summit.
Teresa has brought up the summit you had before New York.
That wasn't a summit. That's called doing a reunion review. Is that called?
Dolores said, well, I'm glad I wasn't invited to that. So Marge looks at her and she goes,
into that
we did. I told you to come.
You fucking lying cunt.
What?
You fucking never said that to me.
Are you calling me a lying cunt?
Me.
You were invited. And you said you didn't want to be a part of it. Oh my goodness. Dolores lost her shit. She lost her shit. I'm gonna say it the way we say it in my country. She called Marge a fucking skunt. And translation, it's see you next Tuesday in American language, right? But going back and forth, Marge saying, yes, I told you, you said you didn't want to be here. Now, I don't like to be lied on. Maybe it's the same for Dolores, or Dolores might just be afraid of Teresa. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Y'all think Dolores is afraid of Teresa's wrath, that she just went in so hard and harsh on Marge about just Marge just saying, yeah, I did tell you. I did mention it to you. You said you didn't want to be a part of it, which I think is absolutely fine. It's definitely something I see Dolores, she would say, right? So I don't think Marge was lying. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think that Marge was telling any lies when she said, yes, bitch, I invited you. You said you didn't want to be a part of it. Okay. Now let's go to Louie. Louie and Teresa is so hypocritical, right? It was the hypocrisy for me that Louie was sitting there having a little powwow with Teresa before she left to go out to this dinner with the rest of the group. And Louie is saying that he is not, I'm just going to kind of quote what he says or paraphrase what he says. what he said. I hope Margaret and her family suffers. I hope her son fucking suffers, is what he said. I hope her son fucking suffers. Now, I don't understand. You are a man speaking about a woman like this. Not only that you're speaking about a woman like this, you're speaking about a woman's child like this. Now, and Teresa stood by there. This is what I said. It's the hypocrisy for me, okay? Teresa stood right there, first of all, looking like she's petrified every time Louis opens his blasted mouth, right? And she stood there saying nothing, not, oh no, we're not going to speak on her. Oh no, we're not going to get into this, or, whatever it is. Like, she just stood there and listened to him say all these vile, disgusting stuff, wishing ill will upon somebody's child, right? Now, God forbid one of the ladies had said something like that about Gia, or one of Teresa's other girls, right? She would have been in her feelings. You guys hate my child. Oh, you're disgusting. You're a vile human being. You know, that nasty smoker's voice that she has. I know she would have been up in arms, being pissed the hell off if someone had spoken about her daughter like that. But she sits back and lets other people badmouth other people's kids in her presence, and there's no line there. You know how Candace says the line is always moving? Yeah, the line is always moving with Teresa, right? It's the hypocrisy for me with those, because Danielle said to her that, she understands that she cries herself to sleep at night. And I could believe that. I could believe that, because I don't think Jennifer's husband wants to deal with constant drama all the time. Like, he doesn't strike me as that person. She gets mad and she said that Danielle's husband has man boobs and he looks like he could wear a bra. And Danielle hops over the table to her.
This is not.
I'm laughing at you. You're a clown.
Jen, you know what? I know. I go home. My husband is waiting for me at the door.
Your husband with the boobs and you got the broad, honey.
Now, I do not condone violence, but sometimes you gotta slap a bitch. Sometimes you just have to. I'm not going to repeat that twice. You can rewind it if you want to hear me say it again. Sometimes you just gotta. And I could see why Danielle had her limit with her. She's got a provoking personality. I don't think I could be in her presence and go back and forth with her like that. I might want to slap a bitch too. Let's carry on. So those two are going back and forth, and I think a plate was thrown, and they had a little bit of, Danielle went over the table to her, and everyone jumps up. Now let me stick a pin in there. If you invite me out and I have on my best outfit, my name brand, with my Birkin bag and my fancy leather that you're not supposed to get wet or get food on, bitch, I'm sending a bill for the dry cleaning or the full replacement of my items. You're not throwing food on me. You're not climbing over the table, dropping stuff on my bag. That's where I draw the line. When we go out and I'm dressed up, we're not doing none of that crap. Okay? So everyone's clothing or bags, there was food and water and wine and God knows what else everywhere. So everyone jumped up off the table after Danielle went over the table to Jennifer Aiden. And Melissa is looking at Teresa after Teresa's like, oh my God, you guys stop. You guys stop. Now, Teresa, if I recall correctly, didn't you flip a whole table? Like the infamous table flip. Didn't you do that? I recall you doing that. So the fact that you could sit here and be like, oh my God, this is so disgusting. I can't believe you guys are doing this. Hypocrisy for me. Okay? So Melissa reminded her of, her table flip. And she's sitting there going back and forth with Melissa, the FUs and the FUs. And Melissa said, yeah, Melissa did call her white trash, right? That's not me saying that. Melissa said that to her sister-in-law, right? So when Melissa called her a white trash, she called Melissa whore. Okay? Called Melissa a whore. Again, last supper. This should be the last dinner, supper, drink hour, anything that they all should ever have together. Okay? Now, some of the things that happened at that table, I was not with. And some of them, I thought that it was completely warranted. Okay? Like when Teresa was going back and forth with Rachel Fuda, and Rachel was like,
out of your fat fucking hot dog lip mouth.
I was on the floor. I was here for it because, and this is why I feel that way. If Teresa starts a lot of crap, and then when it's time to sit down and talk about things, she's always talking over everyone else because she doesn't want to hear that, listen, what you're saying is wrong and doesn't make sense. And trust me, she says a lot of crap that doesn't make sense. Okay? All her little sayings that she says that she can never get right, the elevator never makes it to the top floor with that one. She makes no sense to me. So when Rachel told her that, I was definitely here for it because I believe that Rachel at first was trying to be civil. She was speaking to her, not yelling, and then she took it there with her, and Rachel was like, no, you need to close your big fat hot dog lips. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Stop speaking on my family. Right? So there was that. Then Teresa and Marge, it was time for them to hash out their differences. Marge is there trying to explain to her what has gone down. Now,
Jackie had at their house.
I met with her. I met with her.
Damn.
You know what? I'm glad that you know because I was always nervous that you were going to find out. And I realized quickly.
You didn't suspect is the person that was inviting that same person to their house. Margaret, checkmate. Checkmate, okay? Margaret said, you want to know? Here, sure, I'll tell you. And the crazy part is, Jackie thought that she was so smart that they were never going to find out. She thought that she was so smart that this whole season was going to end. Margaret was just going to keep getting blamed for everything, and she was just going to sit there and watch her get blamed for everything, when you know that you also had a hand in meeting with the ex. It's the hypocrisy for me. So everyone now is asking Teresa if she's okay with that. if she's okay with what she's heard. And her brother was right when he said if something was wrong, she will never let you know. If her kids were struggling, she would never let you know. And I agree with him, because Teresa knows how to sit there, bite her feelings in, and when she wants to. She knows how to do it. She's capable of doing it. And that's exactly what she did. She did that just because she didn't want Marge to know. I mean, she just didn't want to give Marge the satisfaction of knowing that, damn, Jackie played me. She did not want to give her the satisfaction. And they're all running around, not all of them, but, calling Marge a liar, this and that. And the whole time, Jackie was the damn liar, sitting right in her face. Those two women do not like each other. They both think they're smarter than each other. And Jackie definitely thinks that she was smarter than Teresa by going behind her. I mean, it was probably warranted, because this was at the time when they both were fighting. I could give her that. On the cake for me, the thing that wrapped up this entire season and made my day was when Marge dropped the bomb.
The wrong bitch. I had nothing to do with it.
And you didn't put it in the media?
Wrong bitch. I was here for it. I was here for it. I heard it. I loved every second of it. Now, I don't know where these women go from here. I want to know if they're going to do a reboot. I don't know how that's going to work out for them. At this point, I don't care. I don't. Let's back up a bit. Jen Fessler walking out was where they should have moved that to the end. They should have cut it, pasted it, and just moved that to the end, where she got up and she walked out and she was like, I can't mediate this. This is crap. I'm done. I'm effing done. And you guys are crazy. And she just walked on out of there and said, send my mozzarella to my car. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Well, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Please go ahead and hit that like button. It is free to do. Again, I said I would be nice. I tried to be nice. I am your friendly introvert OC. You guys have a wonderful evening.